All right, let's go way back. 10th century China. Screen printing, well, not exactly what we call screen printing today, but the idea started with basic stencils, and instead of those fancy mesh screens we have now, they were using hand cut leaves and paper to make, well, pretty simple designs.
Exactly, and that setup, while basic, laid the groundwork. From there, Japan took it a step further. They started using thin hair, usually human hair, to create these fine meshes. It was pretty innovative for the time, especially paired with those stiff brushes they used to apply ink.
Wait, human hair? That's wild. So they're literally building these meshes strand by strand. I mean, talk about patience.
Totally. And using silk for the mesh came later, which is where we get the term silkscreen printing. It refined the whole process, made it more durable and consistent, especially as this technique spread to other countries in Asia.
And then they're not just printing designs anymore. They're printing culture, art, textiles. Like this wasn't just for businesses, it was for storytelling, right?
Right? And as these techniques evolved, it became less labor intensive. By the early 20th century, you saw the shift to modern materials. Ink and mesh started getting standardized, and the versatility of screen printing really started to be recognized.
Yeah, versatility's the word. You're going from simple paper stencils to a process that could literally print on anything. That's why it stuck, right?
Yeah, it's that adaptability that's made it last centuries. Fast forward, and it's still one of the most widely used methods, even as technology keeps pushing forward.
So, from the ancient roots, stencils, silk, and even strands of human hair, it's been quite a journey. Now, let's leap ahead to 1907. That's when Samuel Simon patented a process that starts to feel very modern. He stretched bolting cloth over a wooden frame. It sounds straightforward, right?
Simple, yeah, but groundbreaking. That frame setup, it kind of standardized things, made screen printing way more accessible. And then fast forward a few decades, you've got people like Roy Beck, Charles Peter, and Edward Owens experimenting with photoreactive chemicals to create stencils. That was huge. That
Photoreactive chemicals, what even, like, how does that work?
So basically, they used light-sensitive emulsions. You'd expose the stencil to UV light, and bam, parts of the emulsion harden while others stay soft and wash away. It was a game changer because now you could get super detailed images onto screens.
Oh, that's next level. And I guess that's when mass production really takes off, right? Like you've got screen printing hitting industries, wallpapers, fabrics, even military stuff during the World Wars, printed circuits too. How cool is that?
Yeah, it became this versatile powerhouse. And then by mid-century, you're seeing squeegees and multicolor techniques come into play. That's when the process really starts to speed up. Add synthetic fabrics in the 30s, and suddenly they're creating better quality prints with more vibrant colors.
I'm guessing that's when it stopped being just functional and became like artistic, more creative.
Exactly. Then in the 1960s, automatic screen printing presses hit the market. You're talking about production speeds that were unheard of before. And Michael Vaslintone, this guy deserves a shout out. He invented the rotary multicolor garment press. That's what made mass t-shirt printing such a thing.
The guy responsible for all those band tees from the 70s concerts, legend.
Pretty much, yeah, the ones that sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars now and look horrible in retrospect. His invention made custom printing on garments a reality for the masses, and here we are today with screen printing being used on everything from textiles to electronics. It's flexible, reliable, and still holds its own even with new tech emerging.
So we've seen how traditional screen printing revolutionized industries and creativity, but now let's talk DTG, direct-to-garment printing. This is next-level innovation, high-res, super precise, and no setup time. You take a design straight from the computer and onto a shirt. It's like the Tesla of printing.
Exactly. It takes out the whole screen setup process. DTG came around in the late 90s, early 2000s, and suddenly you could print one-offs without needing to spend hours prepping. It's honestly a game changer for short runs and detailed designs.
And you knew there was a but behind that, didn't you? DTG is not perfect, right? I mean, the speed and ink costs are still kind of drawbacks.
True. For larger batches, we still do large batch screen print, and the screen printing still dominates that. DTG is best suited to customizing small orders, or when you're dealing with those crazy, intricate designs like gradients or photorealistic artwork. That's where it really shines.
And now we've got these hybrid systems. What's the deal with those?
So hybrids basically combine the best of both worlds, DTG for detail and screen printing for speed. You start with a base layer from the screen press, which is great for large runs, and you add detailed overprints with DTG. It's a pretty efficient way to handle complex jobs without sacrificing quality or speed.
So it's like digital precision meets old school reliability. I love that blend. It's innovation, but it respects the craft.
Exactly. It's all about evolving while keeping what works. And honestly, this mix is probably the future of textile printing. You get the best outcomes when tech enhances, not replaces craftsmanship.
You know, you're right. There's something really cool about seeing those two worlds, craft and tech, come together. It's like progress, but with roots.
That's the heart of it. Progress doesn't mean forgetting the past. It's about enhancing it. And if you're curious about how these techniques can bring your designs to life, head over to contract-dtg.com for a quote.
And on that note, that's all for today. Thanks for hanging with us. Keep printing, keep creating, and we'll catch you next time.